Good morning, everyone. Chip Kosei, Kosei Law Firm, here with another edition of Laws for Life. Today, I'd like to talk to you about the types of automobile insurance coverages that you can purchase, what they mean, and which essential ones I would recommend to you. The first one, and this is mandatory in the state of Louisiana, will be called liability. That is the amount of coverage that you maintain on your vehicle should you hurt another person. It would compensate that person up to the limits of your coverage. Now in Louisiana, the mandatory minimum limits are $15,30. Now what does that mean? It means any one person can get up to $15,000 for their injuries and medical bills, and any group of people can get $30,000 as a group. Now, some people only want to buy the minimum, and I understand that with all the different bills we have in our world, grocery bills, tuition, and things like this, insurance may be the last thing that you're thinking of. However, you want to buy the amount of coverage that is equal to what you have to protect. So for example, if you rent an apartment or a home and you don't have many assets, $15,30 may be perfect for you. However, if you have any assets, if you have equity in your home or you have other assets you want to protect, you would like to have higher coverage for that so that it protects you against any sort of excess judgment against you that you will be required to pay. Your insurance company, once they pay your limits, they're off the hook and anything else is your responsibility. If you have any questions about that, you can call me or you can talk to your insurance agent and they can possibly make recommendations. The second type of coverage is what we call collision coverage. That covers you again should you have an accident for which you are at fault. It covers the property damage for that person's vehicle. The third type of coverage is what we call comprehensive, and that is anything that happens to your car that is not accident related. So I had a case where we had a young girl who just got out of college. She leased her first car. The automobile dealership purchased the insurance for her. Well, not they didn't pay for it, she paid for it, but they actually bound the policy for her online. It failed to have comprehensive. Now this is a big, huge deal here because if you have a leased car, you absolutely must have comprehensive. What happened to her, she lived in Baton Rouge when they had the bad floods. Her car was totaled. She owed about $16,000 on the car. Well, since she didn't have any comprehensive coverage, her automobile dealer or the leasing company came after her for the excess even though she did not have use of the vehicle anymore. So if the takeaway here is that if you lease a vehicle, please make sure it has comprehensive coverage. If you have any questions, you can call me about that. Thirdly, there's what's called medical payments coverage. What that does is, let's say you don't have health insurance, but you have medical bills by virtue of an accident. It's an additional amount of coverage that you purchase. It's very cheap, and it covers your medical expenses. Next, we get to the big one. It's called uninsured motorist, or UM. That's what covers you in case a person who is at fault for your injuries doesn't have any coverage or doesn't have enough. Your company then steps in and compensates you to the extent of whatever coverage you buy. Now here, it can be very dangerous because you can either waive that, meaning you select not to have it. You can get economic only, which would only pay for any medical bills or anything that you can put a specific value on, but it would not cover you for your pain and suffering or any bodily injuries that you suffer beyond the medical bills. So I would urge you to get the regular UM, and also it's important to get that coverage in the same dollar amount as whatever your liability coverage is. You do not want to select a lower amount. Now after that, there's a few optional things. You can choose to get them or you cannot. One of those is called windshield coverage. What that will do, and again, it's very cheap, it's a few dollars a year. If you get a rock chip or a star in your windshield, a Safe Light or one of these companies will come out and fix it for you without any deductible and free of charge to you. If your windshield is damaged beyond repair, it will cover the replacement of that windshield for you, again, without any cost to you. Finally, there's rental car coverage. If you're in an accident and you don't have the use of your vehicle because it's being repaired, your rental car coverage will cover up to a certain amount per day. Now, the reason why I stress a certain amount per day is please don't think you can go out and rent a Ferrari and your insurance company is going to pay for it. It's limited to about $40 a day usually. So you need to bear in mind, if you get a vehicle, you will get a better lease rate because they work with the insurance company so often. But if you add anything like insurance coverage or you go up in the quality of vehicle, you may be responsible for any excess. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. It's chip@koseilaw.com. I hope this video helps, and we'll talk again soon. Thank you.